Mahalo ia oko, a pau no kia manawa kupono. E o lelo. O kolo kolo nui, Kanaka Maoli. The Kanaka Maoli Tribunal of 1993. And can we see the next slide that shows Kawaipuna regime, who had been making yearly trips to the United Nations Working Group on Indigenous Populations in Geneva every July. So he came back. Can we see the next slide, please? So we can see Kawaipuna. There we go. So he came back in 1991 and said, we have to have a people's tribunal. So we asked him, what's that? And he said, well, there's going to be one in San Francisco in October of 1992, so we'll all go. And by all at that time, this was what was then called Pro-Kanaka Maoli Sovereignty Working Group, which met every Friday evening in ethnic studies on this campus in the old fabricated house. And we were hosted by Marion Kelly, who would meet us there every Friday evening. And other members were, here we go. Soli here, and let's see, Maivan sitting out there. Steve Boggs, professor of anthropology. And Buzzy Agard, my classmate from Kamehameha Schools, 1942. So we would meet every Friday, and we planned this tribunal to bring the United States to trial for its three main crimes against us. And can we see the next slide? Next slide. Oh, somebody press the button. There we go. So here we are with the tribunal, which was held in a reorganized Latter-day Saints church in Makiki. And we see some of the 9 judges here on my far right, your or left, is Moana Jackson, Maori attorney from Aotearoa. And is Hone and Hilda still here? Hone and Hilda, how about standing up for Aotearoa and the Maori people? Say, Kihei, Maoliola, stand up. Here we go. We got to see what you look like. There we go. Okay. Next, on his left is Sharon Venn, who's Canadian Indian and Indigenous rights activist at the UN. And who's next to that? I can't see. Anyway, there's Richard Falk, professor of international law at Princeton University. And on the far, in the dark man there is Professor Leonard Hines from Rutgers University. And on his left is Milner Ball, professor of constitutional law at the University of Georgia. And so we're grateful to Maivan for making contacts with these notable academicians who served on this tribunal in August of 1993. We intentionally started on August 12th because that was the day, August 12th, 1898, that our homeland became officially but illegally a territory, a colony of the United States. And we ran the tribunal until August 21st because that was the date in 1959 that the United States committed its third crime, and that is the fraudulent statehood process. So we invited people from the neighbor islands to come to Honolulu to help us with the tribunal here, and they said, no thanks. You want us involved, you have to come to our island. I said, we don't have the kala to do that. He said, okay, you get over there and we will host you. So that's what happened. We went to Kauai, we went to Molokai, went to Maui and Mokukeawe, and were hosted by the peoples on those islands. The 4 main findings, are they up there? Findings, well, we don't have time to, we'll just go into the recommendations. and that is the international community as well as the United States. What does it say there? Recognize the inherent sovereignty and right to self-determination of the Kanaka Maoli people. United States return without delay all claimed lands by the Kanaka Maoli, and that United States and the world also respect Kanaka Maoli law, not just Western law, not just US law, international law, but Kanaka Maoli law, Kanawai. So that's a summary of the tribunal. Those of you who want a handout, you may pick one up at the desk. This is what it looks like. It's a 20-page report of the tribunal. If you want the details, you want more copies, just let me know. Okay, now, Soli has just asked me to recognize some other people who were active at that time with Kawai Puna Prijin. Uncle Philip, are you there? Philip, please stand up. And Hank Fergustrom.
Oh, Hank Fergustrom.
Hank Fergustrom left? Okay. Here, yeah, he's there. There we are. My cousin Hank Fergustrom. And the other is Uncle Tommy Manapau, the late Uncle Tommy Manapau. So how about Pa'ipai for all of these people?